Tuesday morning, election day, 8:45 a.m. I'm gonna do some. I got some pork chops there the other day. I'm gonna make a big pot of sauerkraut again. For then I won't have to fiddle around making anything. I'll have enough to eat for a couple days. And I love pork and sauerkraut. So I'm gonna make it in the Instant Pot. Here's the ingredients. This is 1 onion sliced up and 3 cloves of garlic in there. And we got some applesauce. Use about a cup of that. I used 3 cans of this, 14-ounce cans, 3 cans. That's what that is. Rinsed it and drained it because it's salty. You gotta rinse it. And pork chops. I'll probably use 4 pork chops. And there's water in here, about a cup of water. So this actually isn't all Frank's. I had 2 other brands. I forget what they were, just store brand, and then this Frank's. But they were all 14-ounce cans. So that'll make a big pile of sauerkraut, pork and sauerkraut. And then at the end, when it's all cooked, I'll probably throw some wieners in there too, some hot dog wieners. We'll see. I'm not going to brown the pork chops. I'm just going to put them in there on the bottom, and then we'll start from there. So hang in there. Alrighty, well, here we go. I'm going to start out with, I think, 4 pork chops right on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, because I like a lot of pork, you know. 4. So there's 4 pork chops. That leaves me 1 I can fry later. I had 2 already, so I had 4 or 5. There were 7 pork chops in that pack I got. Then I'm going to put some, this is 1 onion and 3 cloves of garlic. And I'm going to throw that in there. On the top of the pork chops. Then I'm going to put a little bit of applesauce. Well, wait a minute. Let's put the sauerkraut in. So like I said, this was 3 14-ounce cans of sauerkraut. And then I'm going to put probably, if I had apple juice, I'd put apple juice in for the liquid. But I don't have any. If I had a real apple, I'd chop a real apple up, but I don't have a real apple. But I do have applesauce, so I'm just going to put some of that in here. Pretend like it's 1 apple. I don't know, that's probably 1 apple. Some people put brown sugar in. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know, it depends what I'm feeling like, and today I don't feel like it. I don't feel like having brown sugar. I'm not going to put salt in because the sauerkraut's already got salt. And I'm going to wait until it's cooked and I'm ready to eat before I put any pepper in. So let's see, I got to look at my paper just to make sure I got the garlic, onion, applesauce. Then you always have to have water, so here's about a half a can of water whenever you use a pressure cooker, or at least the Instant Pot pressure cooker. So there we go with that. That's the ingredients. It's that easy, I guess. Not too much of a mess. Trying to get everything kind of organized here because I hate, that's why I don't cook a lot of times. I just hate making a mess. I mean, I'm not the cleanest housekeeper, but making a mess when I'm cooking, I hate it. So let me take a drink of coffee while you look at my kraut. I am going to take a little ride up to the Grange Hall here in a little bit. I already voted, but I'm going to sit in the parking lot and just kind of watch the goings on, see what's going on, see who shows up, just for the heck of it. Kill some time today. We're not going to know anything until late tonight, and I doubt we'll know the results until, well, it could be days or even weeks before we know exactly what the results are. Unfortunately, I don't know why I think I saw in the news today that they don't even start counting Pennsylvania mail-in votes until today. I don't know why they don't just count them as they come in. It's just another way they can figure out how to cheat, I guess. And I imagine, oh, I get the hiccups. I imagine there'll be some of that going on. Without a doubt. All right, I got everything in the pot. And I'm going to hit pressure cook. We're going to, I want this one, the plug is in the way. Can't go back any further because the plug is hitting it. No, turn it off. Cancel. I bumped the wrong button. Alright, I'm trying to do this in one take so I don't have to do any edits. So I gotta move some things around here a bit. Alright. Now, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm gonna put wieners in, but I'll put them in at the end and just let them cook from the heat. The residual heat, because they don't take long to cook them. And unfortunately, I can't have hot dogs and sauerkraut because I can't eat bread. This is keto friendly, by the way. I looked it up and it said keto was, or sauerkraut was keto friendly. So we're going to put the lid on. You know what else? With these, just make sure you got this rim clean so it gets a good seal. I've had that happen before where it didn't seal up. And then check your gasket too to make sure it's in there properly. So then we put that lid on there. Give it a twist. Always make sure these things are loose and in the right position. Then I'm going to take you down here. And we're going to put pressure cook for, I think, 20 minutes. 20 minutes on high power, and it'll start up. See if we get the on. There it goes, on. Now it'll take, it's almost 9 o'clock on the nose. So that'll take a while to come up to pressure, and that little button there will pop up, and then it's under pressure, and then it will start counting down 20 minutes. And when you're cooking meat, you should always just let it do the natural release. Don't release the steam manually. Just let it release on its own, which takes about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to turn off the keep warm button for now. And we're all set. So in probably an hour total time, we'll take the lid off and see what we got. Pork chops should be nice and tender. And of course, being on keto, we used to put the kraut on mashed potatoes. Can't have mashed potatoes. And sometimes I'd make polenta and put it on polenta, but I can't have that. So it's going to be just pork and sauerkraut and wieners. But that's okay. It'll be good. So stick around and we'll be back in probably an hour. Okay, well, here we are. It's a couple hours later, actually, because I got doing something else, but it did take about 1 hour completely from the time I put the lid on till it was done. And I confess I already took the lid off and looked in there, and I already had some because it's 20 after 1 right now, so I had a little bit for lunch, and it was really good. So let's take a look. I'll show you what it looks like. And there we are. It looks real nice. Let me show you. The pork was extremely tender and fell apart. There's a bone. See, it fell off the bone. That's a bone. So it fell all apart, them pork chops. It all broke up into little pieces there. I'll put some on a plate for you to look at. See that, how nice? Now if you weren't on keto, you could put that on mashed potatoes. But I'm on keto now, so I'm going to eat it like that. And it's very good. So I'm going to, right now I'm just going to throw some wingers in here. And they'll just cook. They'll just cook with whatever heat's in the pan already. Because if I would have put them in there to begin with, they'd have been completely overcooked. And we'll put the lid back on. And there we go. So that's sauerkraut and pork in the Instant Pot again. Makes a good meal. And we're continuing to watch the election, and there's shenanigans going on already with the voting machines in Pennsylvania. And Wisconsin, they're reporting shenanigans. 2 of the swing states. Isn't that a coincidence? So we'll wait and see what happens later tonight when the polls close, what kind of numbers come in. So everybody take care and have a great rest of your night. Stay frosty. Dill out.